Overnighters, cramming for exams, student teaching, and then to finish it all up from home. Alyssa, tell us about the last 3 months of your college career.
Well, it has definitely been a whirlwind of emotions. I graduated college, I became a long-term substitute, and now I'm actually teaching summer school. So it's been crazy.
Yeah, so you were a student teacher, and a job seeker through all of this. That had to be pretty overwhelming dealing with everything that's been happening.
Yes, it was definitely overwhelming, but I have learned that as a teacher, you just kind of need to be ready to adapt to anything that is thrown your way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I certainly feel like a lot of parents became teachers the last 3 months.
They most definitely have, and we were blessed with some off parents.
So tell me about graduation. OU, I know, is doing a drive-in ceremony at some point. Mm-hmm. What is that like for you? Do you feel like you've graduated, or are you still kind of waiting for this formal graduation to happen?
Oh, goodness. That's a great question. So, I mean, I feel like ever since I was little, I've always wanted to walk across the stage and get my diploma. And it's been very hard to come to terms with not having that tradition. But I feel like Oakland is doing the best they can with the situation that's given. And I think it's amazing that we can have the drive-in and still get our diplomas and, you know, spend it with your family, because we each get our own car filled with our loved ones, and we get to drive through and see the campus. And
so there's some sort of recognition and ceremony and finality to that. So in the last segment, we talked about internships a little bit and how important internships are. I know I did 3 in college, and they truly made a huge difference in my future and really, really molded my career. Let's talk about internships. Did you do them, and do you encourage them?
I do encourage them. They have definitely been beneficial for me as a teacher, because you need that hands-on experience. I've had embedded classrooms, which are sort of like internships, where you still get that hands-on and you're working with students in different districts and kind of finding your way of teaching. But my student teaching was the most rewarding time of my life. I learned so much, not only about myself, but with every other person that I worked with. So I definitely encourage them.
Mm-hmm. So that leads us to our next question, which is, you know, your next job. You're going to be a teacher at Chippewa. What are you most excited about?
Oh, goodness. I am most excited to get back to teaching. I mean, I miss seeing all their little smiling faces and planning curriculum and actually executing the lessons. It's a thrill.
Yeah. So I know you've had experience teaching several different grades. Tell us about the kids who you've taught so far.
So far, I have student taught in 5th grade, and that was amazing. I am currently wrapping up my 3rd graders, and then over the summer, I'm teaching 1st grade.
How have all the kids been in terms of the last 3 months? Have they been receptive to online classes? Have they been excited? Have some of them just said, this doesn't really feel right and I'm not interested?
Yes, you definitely have a mix of emotions there as well, as you should. I feel like not seeing your friends every day, coming in, having that consistency throughout was definitely a big change for them. But most of them have given it their 110%, and then others do what they can, but you just have to be willing to accept the fact that not everyone is going to be on the same page right now.
Right, absolutely. And come up with sort of, I guess, new ways to get people excited on Zoom, on the computer, on the laptop, you know?
Yeah.
So, Alyssa, do you have an idea of what school might look like for the fall at Chippewa? I know some school districts have released draft plans. What about yours?
Our district is still currently working on coming up with a plan. The different districts around the county are focusing on keeping the kids safe. So that's our main priority right now. And they're creating plans as we speak. They meet every day. I unfortunately don't know much about that, but I'm sure we will all find out soon enough.
What we've learned is that everybody just has to figure out a way to adapt.
Yes, I completely agree.
doing everything. So in the last minute here, if there are some fifth graders watching, or some of your third graders, or maybe even some of your first graders that you'll be teaching this summer, what would you say to them?
I would say that I'm so proud of every single one of them. They have been doing so amazing through this challenging time, and I just can't wait to see them again.
Oh, thanks, Alyssa, and thanks for contributing to the education of our youth, and to adapting and just being the kind of teacher that actually really is truly in the room with the children, really learning, learning your craft. And I'm sure that at OU this year, you really learned a lot more probably than you originally thought you were going to.
I definitely did. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we wish you the best of luck next year. Thank you again for joining us. Congratulations to the entire class of 2020. We commend you for navigating uncharted territory and hope this will give you even more strength and confidence in your next chapter of life. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.